Hi everybody, welcome back. So we are going into our 4th month now. We're starting week 13, so this is wrapping up week 12 for us. I got a few things to update on. Leo's making great progress. He is saying more and more words without even being coerced. Still 1 to 2 word sentences, but it's more and more all the time. And he's repeating things all the time. He is doing really, really good. He hasn't tried anything new as far as diet is concerned, but we're working on it. And he's being introduced all the time. We had him feeding us chicken fingers the other night, and he was dipping them for us, and he was feeding them to us. And you could tell that he was thinking real seriously about taking a bite. His appetite is, sometimes he's a bottomless pit. Well, he eats the things that he likes, and he eats a lot of them, like I said, hopefully soon he'll, be brave enough to try something new. His progress with as far as how things are going, I talk a lot about diet change, and I talk a lot about, other parents have told me, that they've done diet change and they, saw dramatic changes, taking the gluten out of their diet and the casein and MSG, all these things that attribute to some of the behaviors, and people's opinion are, quite different. They vary, and so I can't really chalk Leo's progress up to diet change, right? Because his diet hasn't changed. What we've done is basically added more nutrition to his diet by juicing and with the Garden of Life protein shake and taking the Pediasure away. And I've had egg yolks, banana, so he's getting more nutrition, but he's still eating the donuts, he's still eating the cookies, he's still eating the Salisbury steaks, and all of these things that he's still eating has gluten, has casein, has, soy, it has all these things that he shouldn't be having, right? So the progress that I'm seeing with Leo, especially with his speech, is it can't be chalked up to diet change because we haven't changed his diet. We've just added to it. The only thing that I can attribute it to is the combination of the homeopathic treatments and his preschool. But we had a teacher-parent thing a few days ago, and we discovered that Leo was saying things at home that he's not saying at school, So, he's talking more at home. And that was a surprise, because, we thought, that whatever he says at home, he'd say at school too, but apparently that is not the case. So it has to be a combination of the two. I think that the OT that he gets at school and the speech therapy that he gets at school is very helpful, very beneficial. But I really have to attribute the progress to the homeopathic treatments. I think that the neurotoxins that have been going on in his system are being cleared away, and so things that are being blocked from happening, like speech, and other things, those things are being cleared away, and it's through the homeopathic treatment. I firmly believe that. I got a lot of feedback from people that don't have any faith in homeopathy, and I need to bring this out. I've been a mom since I was 16, okay? Like I said before, Leo's not my first rodeo. I got 2 grown boys, so I'm not naive, I'm not stupid, Just because somebody says, oh, hey, this works, doesn't mean I take their word for it. I dig. I am an avid researcher. I will put that out there. So, okay, well, we talked to the homeopathist yesterday, and his next clear should be in the mail, and it should be coming anytime. And we are so excited because this is the month that we're clearing vaccines. And on his timeline, you got to go back to the timeline, you'll see where he has his 19-month vaccinations. And those are the ones she's targeting. She's targeting those. And what she tells me is the Hib vaccine, it affects the pancreas, so his blood sugar levels will be affected by the clear. So we're probably going to see some ups and downs with that. You know, maybe he'll crave more sugar. Maybe he won't crave any sugar. Who knows, right? Who knows? She's also targeting the Hep A vaccine, and she says that the Hep A and the Hep B often affect the liver. And if you know anything about the liver is a sponge that, you know, really it detoxifies our system. We are just designed for being self-rejuvenating, and the liver plays a huge role in that. So the Hep A and Hep B vaccines put strain on the liver and cause it to not be able to do its job. So she's clearing that. She said that what she has found is that when they do the clear for the Hep A and Bs, a lot of aggression comes out, you know, a lot of moodiness, you know, so we're expecting that. It's predictable. Yeah, he's not an aggressive guy anyway. He gets a little, you know, carried away with the cat, you know, but you know, he's not really aggressive. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. She's also clearing the DTAP, and she said with that, what's common is a lot of coughing, you know, upper respiratory. And she said a lot of times when the neurotoxins are being cleared out, you know, there's complaints of headaches, you know, but, you know, Leo doesn't talk, so he can't really tell me he has a headache, you know, so I don't know. I'm just going to have to be, you know, observant, you know, which is, you know, how I spend all my time is observing Leo. That's all I do. All I do is take care of Leo. So, yeah, okay, I got to say this. I know you don't see Daddy in these videos very often, if at all. It's not because he's not involved. I got to tell you that he wins Daddy of the Year award with me every day. Every day. He goes completely out of his way to address Leo's needs as far as, you know, he makes toys that spin for him. Excuse me. He's always throwing them around or always wrestling. You know, Daddy is Leo's best friend, okay? And with Mom, it's all about business, right? If he wants to go out, it's Mom. You know, if he wants a drink, it's Mom. If he wants cookies, it's Mom. Needs a diaper change, Mom. Bath, Mom. Right? Daddy is all about Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. And there he is. He's going to come out and say hi. So, okay, yeah, Daddy gets the Daddy of the Year award with me every day. I mean, he takes him on tractor rides. He's always coming up with ways to entertain Leo. Okay, so one thing that we are covering on the blog this week is SPD, which is sensory processing disorder. And I've been corresponding back and forth with several parents that, you know, actually deal with this issue. And there's a lot of information on the blog, so, you know, to view that information, please go to the blog. I'm not going to go into what sensory processing disorder is. I am going to talk about how it relates to Leo. I don't think, I mean, because there's hypersensitivity and hyposensitivity. And Leo doesn't have, you know, one or the other. He's actually kind of in between the two. Hypersensitivity, you know, they get overstimulated, right? Hyposensitivity, they're, you know, oblivious to danger and loud noises and stuff. That kind of is more along with Leo. he's always been attracted to Daddy's power tools. Of course, you know, that lights up Daddy's world, right? So, you know, he's always been attracted to that stuff. He's not, you know, sound sensitive. Lately, I've been wondering if he's shadow sensitive and light, because he's shown some signs of that. I think he's torturing the cat right now. If we want to take a look at that. That's his cat. His cat's name is Mew because he can say his own name. And Leo says it. Can you say, hi, Mew? Hi, Mew. Hi, Mew. Is that your Mew? You gotta be nice. Thank you for being nice. I know, because you love your Mew. Yeah. Okay, so that cat can get up and move anytime he wants, right? And he don't. So let's not worry about the cat. He's fine. Yeah, is that your Mew? Yeah, don't sit on him. Is that your Mew? Leo, what are you making a Mew for? You know, oh, he's gonna get you. Yeah, better run. Yeah, that's what you get for messing with him. Yeah, you gotta be nice. Thank you. Okay, so there's Leo's cat. Alright, so as far as the sensory thing, you know, he gets OT at school. And so that's good. You know, they do their thing. He doesn't have issues with material, textures. At least I don't think he does. He plays with Play-Doh. That was kind of a challenge getting him to do that, but he does do it. Yeah, he has no problem digging his hands elbow deep in the dirt. You know, he does like to touch everything, which is another symptom of the hypo. Yeah, so Leo is not severe as some. Check out Booty Baby blogs because her son deals with some pretty, he deals with both too, hyper and hypo. But, you know, she, you know, if you have that issue, she's certainly somebody who can relate because her little guy deals with that. And it is a challenge for parents, you know. I know for myself, when it comes to predictability, I get anxious for Leo. Because I never know how he's going to react, you know. But I mean, you know, that's also another thing that we see as far as progress is he's starting to understand English a little bit better, and things are being able to be explained to him. I mentioned that he was taking bribes. Well, another thing is he's also understanding. The other day the car broke down, and we had him in his car seat ready to go. Car wouldn't start. Usually in a Leo world, you know, by interrupting what he predicts to happen, which is to go bye-bye, is, you know, he would have had a complete meltdown before. But all I told him was, we're still going, you know, but we got to take the van, and I pointed to the van, and he understood. He climbed out of the car, and he grabbed his car seat. So he understood. He totally got it. Very new. He can understand English. It's a big deal. So, okay, so definitely check out the blog. I'm talking about the sensory processing disorder because there's a lot of information there. I talk a little bit too how homeopathy addresses that. Just like with everything else about homeopathy, it doesn't address the symptoms. It addresses the core problem. And so by clearing away all the garbage in Leo's system, they're opening up the way for those sensory the sensory processing to, you know, presume without interruption the way, you know, it's been happening. So yeah, definitely check out the blog. There's a lot of information there. Also, I have a new link added to the blog for Wearable Therapeutics. It is a company that specializes in deep compression therapy. And so, you know, check that out. I'm going to put the link in the description below too. I looked into the deep compression therapy, and I can see where that would be applicable for a lot of parents that are dealing with the sensory processing disorder. Next week we're going to have an interview, another phone interview with a parent. Her name is Jackie, and she is taking the natural approach to autism as well. She has a great story. I look forward to her sharing it with you via the channel. Also, I'm going to add her link. She's got her own health store, and so I'm going to add her link to the blog, The Healthy Buddha, and she has a nice health food store. It's actually herbs and stuff, so you want to check that out. I will be talking with her next week, and she's going to tell you her story. Soon after that, Martha's going to be revisiting us, so we're going to hear from Martha. She has some information to share about homeopathy, which is, very important. So you want to tune in for that. I'm so happy you guys came to visit us today, and be sure to follow us on Twitter, check out the blog, and we will see you in a week when we start the vaccination clear. I'm so excited. All right, see you then, guys. Thanks.